today? Have you eaten your meal already? Welcome once again to Colon National High School Television-Based Instruction or TBI plus Learning Activity Sheets. Last modality. I am your teacher in English 8, Sir April Masa A. Gapa. Before we start, please be reminded of the following reminders. First, be prepared and be ready to learn. Prepare your pen, your last, notebook, and other learning material. Be sure to mute or turn off your social media account while having the class. Sit in a comfortable study area. Turn on the electric fan and other cooling devices. And last, turn off the volume of stereo if there is one. Are you ready to learn? I can't hear you! Are you ready to learn? That's better. I will show you 5 sentences containing 5 unfamiliar words. The answer for these are found in the word pool. Try to decode the meaning of the underlined words. Familiarize yourselves first with the words. Are you ready? Let's start! Number 1. The students have a glimpse of their notes before taking the test. The underlined word is glimpse. What do you think is the meaning of the word? The answer? A brief look. Did you get it right? Good job! Number 2, a good proper education is the legacy that parents can give to their children. The underlined word is legacy. What do you think is the meaning of the word? How about that? The answer is something valuable that someone leaves behind, usually after death. If that's your answer, then you're correct. Number 3. Jose exclaimed happily when he received his paper with a perfect score. The underlined word is exclaimed. What do you think is the meaning of the word? And the right answer is shouted. Keep it up. Number 4. The teacher convinced me that I can still pass the subject in spite of getting a very low score in quarter exam. The underlined word is convinced. What do you think is the meaning of the word? And the right answer is made to believe. And the last one, number 5. Leia was rushing for she has lots of household chores to attend to. The underlined word is chores. What do you think is the meaning of the word? And the last answer is task at home that needs to be done. You made it! Amazing! Congratulations! From your answers a while ago, let me ask, how did you come up with the answer? What's that? You're right! We based it from the sets of words in the word pool. My next question. What made you choose the appropriate words from the word pool? You have a point. There are clues from the underlined words which connects to the definitions of word in the word pool. Amazing! Well then, our topic this morning is all about the types of context clues. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to number 1, identify the type of context clues used in a sentence. Second, determine the meaning of words by noting context clues. Our topic for today is so significant for this lays the basic skills in learning all subjects in English, science, and math, for it will guide us to determine the meaning of unfamiliar words. Most of the times, as students, when we don't understand what we are reading, we lose our interest on that. Do you agree, students? Before we proceed to the lesson proper, let us first decode the keywords for this lesson. Let's start. The first word that we are going to tackle is the word context. Context is the part of a written or spoken statement that precede or follow a specific word or passage, usually influencing its meaning or effect. Next, we have clue. Clue is anything that serves to guide or direct in the solution of a problem, mystery, or etc. Culture, a particular form or stage of civilization as that of certain nation or period. Next word, unfamiliar. It means not familiar or not acquainted with. And the last, derive. This means to acquire or determine. Context clues are words or information that can be used to derive the meaning of an unknown word in a sentence. In simple terms, using other words in the sentence, we will be able to decode the meaning of the word. Now, we have 5 types of context clues. The first one, definition or restatement, meaning word signals such as is, who is, which is, that is, in other words, or dashes, commas, and parentheses are visible. Example, the speech is unfathomable, which is difficult to be understood by the audience. Now, here comes the explanation. Unfathomable has been defined and signaled by the phrase which is. That's why it is definition or statement. The second one, it is example, meaning a new word is related to a familiar word or words. It could be an example of a familiar term. Example, she has no time for toxicity, so she walks away whenever an argument arises. The explanation of this is this: walking away in times of argument is provided as an example for having no time for toxicity. Synonyms, meaning a word with a similar meaning to the new word which is included in the context. Take note, it is a word with similar meaning. Example, the delinquent and rebellious daughter has left the house. Now take note, the word delinquent and rebellious are synonymous. Next, antonyms, meaning a word opposite in meaning to the new word. It appears in the same sentence or in one nearby. Example, despite the hectic schedule, the artist made himself available for the event. So why is it hectic? The explanation is that the word hectic and available have opposite meaning. The context clue is available, which is signaled by the word despite. And last type of context clue is inferring meaning. In short, the meaning of the new word can be derived using other words in the sentence, even without specific clues. Example, she was indignant of what was revealed because she knew it was unfair. The explanation of that is this: the context clue is unfair. Thus, indignant might mean unhappy or annoyed. To summarize, there are 5 types of context clues. The first one is the definition and restatement. The second one is the example. The third one, synonym. The fourth one, antonym. And of course, the fifth one, inferring meaning. Let us test your listening skills. Are you ready? Here is the direction. Identify the types of context clues you use in each sentence. Write D for definition, E for example, S for synonyms, A for antonyms, and I for inferring meaning. Write the answer in your notes. Let's start. Number 1. My aunt drinks salabat, which is a herbal drink that is believed to make one's voice beautiful. The answer is definition or restatement. Why do you think that definition or restatement is the answer? Simply because the word which is. Number 2. Cross-dressing was considered a taboo before, but now it is common nowadays. The underlined word is taboo. Our correct answer is antonyms. Why do you think that antonyms is the correct answer? Because the word common, it is the antonym of taboo. Way to go, students! Number 3. The medicine manual is significant in the package that we could not possibly operate without it. The underlined word is significant. The correct answer is inferring meaning. Why? Because the phrase that we could not possibly operate without it. Number 4. Health protocols such as hand washing, social distancing, and wearing of face mask are a must. The underlined words are health protocols. What is the answer? Correct! The answer is example. Why? Because protocol is related to words like hand washing, social distancing, and wearing of face mask. And the last one, Junila's cake is known for serving Filipino delicacies like puto maya, pinisi, and bitsu-bitsu. For this point, the underlined word is delicacies. The correct answer is still example. Why? Because of the word puto maya, pinisi, and bisu-bisu. Great job, everyone! At this point, let us move on to the application of our learned lesson. And I call this Know Your Culture. Here's my direction. Make a short essay about your tribe's culture. For example, in the municipality of Maasim, we are composed of mixed tribes like Cebuano, Maguindanon, Tausug, Sama, Blaan, Tiboli, Ilocano, Tagalog, Ilonggo, and others. Write at least one paragraph including or integrating 5 unfamiliar words to describe your tribe's culture. Please consider the types of context clues in the composition. We will give 5 minutes to do that. You will submit that when you will return your last to the school. Just don't forget to write your name and your section. How was our lesson for today? Did you learn something? If you do, can you give me a thumbs up? Good job! Do you think the lesson is relevant in your studies? Yes, of course. The skill of determining the meaning of words and expressions that reflect the local culture by noting context clues is significant in learning because it will boost our comprehension of the text. Thus, this will result to interesting and fun learning. Assignment. Construct new sentences from the unfamiliar words decoded using context clues. Example: gala, reside, depict, settlers, economy. To end, Allow me to recap our lesson for today. It is all about the types of context clues. I hope that you master the skill in decoding the meaning of unfamiliar words. It will greatly help you expand and explore new horizons and improvement and learning. You may now answer your learning activity sheets. Mabuhay and God bless you.